State troopers were deployed to the University of Texas in Austin, following hundreds of students walking out in protest of the war in Gaza. At least 34 people are believed to have been arrested, including a photojournalist, as police and protesters clash on campus.
I'm here because I'm tired of my taxpayer money, everybody's taxpayer money, funding the killing of innocents. I won't tolerate it. Nobody here will. That's why we're here.
The protest was organised by the Palestinian Solidarity Committee, protesting against the war in Gaza and calling for the college to stop association with companies involved in the manufacturing of machinery for war. The organisers said that they were inspired to protest following numerous pro-Palestinian rallies at other American campuses, such as the University of Southern California, where students have been camping out on campus, and in North California, where students barricaded a building.
My message to the students inside the encampment is go back to class and stop the nonsense.
These are protesters not just at the University of Texas in Austin, not just in LA, but at universities now across the country. In Columbia, there are more than 100. This is Columbia University in New York. More than 100 people arrested yesterday. They are anti-Gaza war protests. They're protesting against the US's involvement and Israel's conduct in the war in Gaza.
I was arrested at about the midway point in the group, and I was still leading chants. We were singing, and a police officer grabbed me, threw my phone from my hands because I was recording while it was happening, trying to document the arrest. The video is now gone.
And as we saw at this protest in Texas, one reporter said that it descended into chaos on campus, as the Department for Public Safety said it was deployed at the request of the university and from the directions of Governor Greg Abbott. According to the University of Texas president, individuals outside of the university also joined the protest, and many ignored pleas to disperse.
4 years I spent on this campus, I've never seen anything like this. We are on hour 6 of this clash between DPS, APD, and hundreds of pro-Palestinian protesters. As you can see,
one reporter described a small army of DPS troopers deployed to the campus. And as you can see in this footage, violence and clashes broke out between protesters and officers in efforts by the DPS to remove and disperse protesters from the campus.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck off campus! Get the fuck out of here! What disappointment!
Put this backpack on! This is a student!
We're students!
You're arresting a student!
A protester said that this was a giant escalation of what would have been a peaceful protest, and it's also been reported that some staff at the university have announced a strike to what they call a militarized response to these planned protests on campus. It's also been reported that a Fox 7 photojournalist was also arrested and charged with criminal trespassing. And as you can see in this footage, he was pushed to the ground by state troopers.
Holy shit!
Who are you with?
I'm with Fox 7.
Fox 7?
Yeah,
What's your name?
Carlos.
Carlos, what do you think of this?
I think it's, they were pushing me, and they say that I hit an officer. I didn't hit an officer. They were pushing. You know what I mean? They were pushing me.
I'm a legal observer. What's your name and date of birth? We're going to send attorneys to you right now.
Has this ever happened?
No, this never happened to me. You know what I mean? I was just covering things. And
Did you tell them you were the press?
Yeah, I told them that I was the press. This one says I was hitting an officer. I was not hitting nobody. You know?
However, the University of Texas president released a statement saying the following: "Today, our university held firm, enforcing our rules while protecting the constitutional right to free speech. Peaceful protests within our rules are acceptable. Breaking our rules and policies and disrupting others' ability to learn are not allowed. The group that led this protest stated it was going to violate institutional rules. Our university will not be occupied." There have been some reports of alleged anti-Semitism at these protests across US campuses. And some of these students have welcomed police presence.
I feel a lot of support from some high individuals at this university, and that's been very, very good.
Also, Governor Greg Abbott posted on social media that these protesters belong in jail. Anti-Semitism will not be tolerated in Texas, period. Students joining a hate-filled anti-Semitic protest at any public college or university in Texas should be expelled.
These are university students at good universities. They're politically engaged, and in their droves they vote Democrat at every single election. Many of these protests are personally hostile to Joe Biden. They're blaming him for sending weapons to Israel to conduct the war. They accuse him of not doing enough to alleviate the humanitarian situation in Gaza.